So here we have an eggplant tree growing. It's been growing all summer, I have to tell you. And for some reason, the flowers just keep falling off. Now this plant is healthy, it's beautiful, and for the life of me, I've tried to pollinate it in the past, and still got nada, nothing, zilch. In front of us, we have another red okra. And so you see this one has arms, and the arms is bearing as well as the top. Another one there, this one has two arms, that's bearing. The tomatoes are finally making something all summer. They've just been doodling and not growing anything much. But recently, the weather has gotten cooler. I don't know if that impacts anything, because they are on the side of the house and they're usually pretty shaded. So why they were not bearing before the season changed, I do not know. Here we have more potatoes growing, and this lovely lilac and purple flower belongs to the sweet potato. It is gorgeous. This is a pepper plant that was growing nicely, and then I don't know what happened to it. If we sprayed something that did not agree with it, but I don't have the heart to kill it, so trying to let it catch itself and rejuvenate. And there, finally, my mother has been successful at celery after quite some time. She's planted celery in the last few years and it would always die, but finally this one seems to be coming along, so we are not making too much waves with it. Here I planted chayote that I think the Asians cook it, Mexicans cook it, Spanish people cook it. I bought it because I usually cook mine in curry, or I'll julienne it and like stir fry it. So I bought 3. The seeds were growing, and for me, if anything gives me an impression that it wants to grow, I give it a chance to grow. This is more garlic. I bought this basil, and for some reason it just wants to flower, so I'm just gonna save it until next year. I'm gonna collect the seeds, and next year, hopefully, I'll be able to plant some other ones. So this here is one of the bitter melons that wants to grow. So we have a few fruits on this. You see, there's that red string, and so these are the flowers, quite beautiful. And another interesting thing with bitter melon, Carilla ceracea, is this. This is a male flower. You notice there's no fruit attached to it, it's just a flower. And there are several of those on this tree. And what you will see here is that this here has already produced a fruit, and today is the first day that this flower is opening. So this still needs to be fertilized. If they are not fertilized, what happens is some of them will dry up and they will die. I am trying to find a small one to show you how they come up very tiny. But this is that plant here, and it is quite luscious and green. And here I have another one. We have picked quite a few from here, and there's the baby up here growing. And a lot of times if they don't get fertilized, they become this. So see, this one is yellow and dying, and sadly a bitter melon that we won't be able to cook. And we have this one. I have a few. I have various stages, of course. And here's another small one. And that flower opened yesterday. So hopefully that flower got fertilized, and we are just growing now. And sharing the space, we have tomatoes. Now these are cherry tomatoes, and we just buy seeds and throw them out the door when we cook, especially when spring is in here, and they do their thing. And so the cherry tomatoes are here doing what they do best. And there we have a few. And check this out. These tiny dots are tomatoes in various stages of life. And there, those are going to become tomatoes. Here, the flowers fell off. And these are just in various stages of growing here. An okra shares the space. So as you can see, this is a multi-family home. Many, many things living harmoniously. Sharing the space, providing support for each other. A nice symbiotic situation. And here we have some tiny little fly thing. Oh my God, what is he doing? Look. What is it doing? Is it an ant? No, some kind of fly. And so you see this cerasee tree is Lush. 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 Once again, okra in various stages of growth. Tomatoes that kind of dilly-dallied all summer, and then all of a sudden they are producing one or two. There we go. Not much. I'm hoping these flowers will become something. And those down there. And here we have these bambinos. So here we go. Various stages. Okra again. So, and here we have what we call it in Guyana, thick leaf spinach. It's used for cooking. You can drink it as a medicine. It's good for, I think, tumors and to help for inflammation, help to regulate your blood sugar. If you have tumors and growths and fibroids and all these things, I have heard and read that it's good for such things. We just put a few leaves in our tea and we make a tea with it. So here it is. It's grown quite a lot in the summer. I have been breaking off the top because I have been using it to cook a lot. So poor thing. Here we are. But I also wanted to become more lush and not grow long and slender, because the season has changed, it's changing, will change more, and we have to take this back in the house because this baby cannot survive outdoors. When I tell you I love the taste and the smell of this thing, and to cook with it is just grand. You have got to try this baby out. I don't remember what's the other name for it. What's the other word for it? I can't think of it right now. There's another tiny tomato doing its thing. So we'll have the grape tomatoes, and then obviously this long one growing there. We have spinach, 2 raised beds back there, and another cerasee in the back, spinach and potatoes. And I have been collecting my thick leaf spinach seeds because I have some plans for these seeds. We recently bought another house, so we will be relocating to that house, starting a garden, and we're going to be planting some spinach. Now, this raised bed has been here for some years, and as you can see, It has stick leaf spinach. At some point, that was really healthy, but life is changing, seasons are changing, and these babies know when to start producing seeds to carry on themselves. So, what happens next year? These seeds that are here, that's already fallen into the soil, is going to become quite lush next spring. And so now they're just going into seeding, and then winter will be here. Another season would have ended. And along the way, whenever we buy potatoes for cooking and they sprout or have what we call little eyes, I will plant them. And so this is a raised bed of potatoes, and just look at this. And potato leaves are also edible. They can be eaten as a spinach, and they taste pretty good. So twofold: you get the roots to eat as potatoes, and you get the leaves to eat as spinach. This other bitter melon slash cerasee, and let me tell you, there you see my mother's signature red string. She is the connoisseur of the garden, and most of it is her efforts. I help to maintain, but she is the planter. So this is another type of cerasee. As you can see, those ones were long and skinny. This one is short and fatter. And this one has a few. And then there is a baby right there. Baby Carilla. And there's a male plant, a male flower rather. So male flower, baby flower. That flower was not opened yet. You see that yellow bud at the tip? So that still has to open and then gets fertilized. And over there we have more fruits, vegetable growing from the tree. When I say fruits, I mean the fruit of the tree, not fruits as in sugary fruit for eating, but the tree is giving its fruits. So this is there. Here we have this other one, another young Carilla in the process of growing. And this is it for our little garden. And we have been picking off these things all summer, and pretty good. I planted some cucumbers. I don't know truly what is happening. This is its first flowers. Planted it a bit late in the day, so I'm not really expecting much, and it's quite a delicate plant. This is long beans my mother planted in July when she came back from South America, and our friend is already putting flower buds. So there we go. And look at this thing. It's not even big. It is not even big. I need to water that cucumber. It's looking pretty bedraggled, and thick leaf seeds kind of made their way about the place, determined to grow. But of course these as well are also in the process of seeding. So that's it for our little garden. And I have to tell you, I'm so happy with this space. It gives me joy. Makes me feel proud. Very proud. And I thank God every year for all that we get from here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed.